So this video is a very simple response to a video I saw on the Guitar Max channel, who is a videographer, vlogger, who I respect very much, works in a lot of the same vein as I do, has reviewed a lot of the same guitars I have over the years. So we sort of occupy the same space, although his videos are obviously far more professionally done than mine. And he, lately at least, has covered more territory. But I recently saw him talking about wanting to get rid of his Chibson guitars, and feeling guilty for owning them, not wanting them anymore. And then on the video, sort of much to my alarm, holding up the Chibson guitar with one hand and a disc sander with the other, and sort of sporadically defacing the headstock of the guitar to get the logo off of there, just removing it very rudely in a certain spot so that you can't read it anymore, and then declaring job done, being very vague about what then happens to the guitar, whether he smashes it, trashes it, gives it away, that kind of thing. I've seen various videos on this theme. When our dear late friend China Guitar Skeptic was around, God rest his soul, he did a number of videos about dealing with Chibson guilt and what to do with those guitars. I've never actually bought a Chibson. I've come across them sort of on the market. I've never actually ordered one directly or anything like that. I wouldn't knowingly do that. But I have come across them with the fake logos, obviously out there to confuse the lesser initiated in terms of Gibson guitars and other brands as well. I think there are some fake Martins out there as well, mostly from Alibaba, AliExpress, those kinds of places, DHgate. The one thing I would say, of course, is number one, don't buy them. But if you do come across them, or you did buy them early in the day and you now want to get rid of them, and you want to take the logo off, which I think is the right thing to do, so that nobody is then confused or tricked into buying one thinking that they are the legitimate article. It is actually illegal here in the UK to sell something counterfeit knowingly. If you know it's a counterfeit, you can't sell it, whether that's a Mulberry handbag or a Gibson guitar. It doesn't matter. If you know it's counterfeit, it's actually illegal to sell it, particularly on eBay, and you can have your auction removed, and you can get into trouble as a seller. So you should keep that in mind. If you happen to have them and you don't want them to be loose on the market, by all means do remove the headstock logo, but please do it properly. Don't do it like you've seen it done in that particular video. Not that I'm knocking Max at all. I'm sure that he cleaned it up afterwards, but yeah, there's a way to sort of either sand or remove a logo chemically without disfiguring the guitar, damaging the guitar, or even putting yourself at risk. I believe he did that without any eye protection or anything like that, which I found a bit strange. But yeah, by all means remove. Use a stripper or sand it off properly. Put the guitar in clamps, put proper eyewear on, sand it evenly, repaint it, respray it. And then, there's no reason ever to throw a guitar away or to trash a guitar. You can always find places to donate them. You can always find people that need them, that can't afford them. Schools or programs that can use instruments. When I was, running the business in the US for many years, I often got approached by people looking for free instruments for, some sort of charity or school program. It's easy to find ways to donate instruments, and there are plenty of places that would take those kind of instruments. Once you've removed the offending logo, that is a lie and obviously an attempt to cheat people, the guitar is perfectly fine. It's something that can be used, can be played. It's no longer weaponized with a fake logo. You can, think of it as a student instrument, or even keep it and play it. You're not fooling anyone anymore. I'm not saying go out and buy Chibsons, but if you have them and want to make use of them, then make sure that they're not, um, an illegal, in a legal state by still bearing that particular false logo. But certainly you can find people that can use them, play them. You can donate them to schools. You can give them away to needy. There's plenty of people that can't afford guitars that would really like to have one. So, I would like to see more people in our position, vloggers in the guitar world, being a bit more responsible about the advice they give out to people on their channels. There's always places that you can responsibly recycle guitars and find homes for them where they can be played and where they're not going to be, sort of resold as counterfeit guitars. So if you do have a Chibson, by all means, remove the logo. Anything fake, anything counterfeit, remove the logo, keep it as a playable machine, and make it, operate for good instead of bad. Donate it or find a needy kid that could learn on it, that sort of thing. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say about that. I just happened to come across that particular video, and this is not a knock on, Max or anybody who makes these types of videos. It's just a call for, responsibility and, forethought in the statements that you make on your channel. There are a lot of people that can use instruments. There are a lot of programs that will use instruments. There are a lot of schools that will use instruments. So yeah, don't trash them. Don't throw them away. There are people that can use them. So I used to get annoyed back in the day when you saw people on stage like The Who completely trashing their entire set of instruments. My first thought was like, I know people who could have used that. I know people that can't afford drums. I know people that can't afford bass guitars and electric guitars. I know it looks cool. It's fun. It's rebellious. And it's probably fun to do. But yeah, I'd rather see, it go to people that can use it than, just be smashed gratuitously on stage. But anyway, that's just my take. You give me yours. Love to hear back from you. Hope you're all doing well. Take care.